Fiske. Now that we're live.
Excellent. Great. All right. Well, welcome to the show today, ladies. It's going to be a very exciting one. I noticed that I'm starting to get a few male followers when I'm announcing the show as well. So, gentlemen, you're welcome. We definitely will work on you because even though we don't call it menopause in men, we know you do go through things. And if your partner is going through it, good to know these things and maybe work on yourself. Anyway, we got a great show today for you. As always, we provide a little bit of education for you. We hope we provide some inspiration, and then we're going to heal and release some trapped emotions from one of our viewers today. So I'll just quickly introduce myself. I am Dana J. Smithers. I work primarily with women solopreneurs, but not always. I work on marketing, business plan, kind of take a look at also your life purpose, your sacred gifts. And as a law of attraction certified trainer, I also use the law of attraction principles to help you move forward whenever you're stuck. But I'm going to have Helena introduce herself today, and then we're going to share a little bit of a woo-woo story about angel cards today before we get going. So go ahead, Helena.
Hi there, I'm Helena Jenkins, certified clinical hypnotherapist and also certified emotion code practitioner. I help men and women who are smokers, then they want to stop smoking. I'm the stop smoking lady. I also help people release excess weight and overcome medical anxiety. That's maybe dentists, fear of needles, pre-surgery jitters, or even social anxiety. Mm-hmm.
That's great. So Helena and I invite you to watch a special show that we did on Monday of this week. It's not an episode number, it's just what the divas do behind the scenes. So one of the things we do working with our clients is we pull angel cards. So I have Archangel, angel cards. I also have Raphael cards for healing. So this morning, Helena pulled a card from her guide, her book, her packet, and the card was
entrepreneur, an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneurship. Okay, yeah. I said, well, Helena, I'm going to pull a card too. Here's the woo-woo. I pulled the same card.
Isn't that amazing? Unbelievable.
So we are both entrepreneurs. And, entrepreneurs, sometimes life can be a little bit of a roller coaster and we have to be there for each other and support each other. But I'll just read what the card says. It says, self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. So if you're an entrepreneur, that card's for you today as well. All right. Now I can see that we've got our faithful Natasha is following us. So we love that. Thank you, Natasha. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of quickly review the steps that we use to conduct an emotion code. So Helena's just going to hold up the card and then I'm going to just explain what it is when we do this session.
So the first card down is permission.
Exactly. So we have to ask permission. And on today's show, we're actually going to be working with someone who has given me permission to work on them, but they've requested that we keep them anonymous. So that's just fine. We'll do that. I'll just let them know what the emotions are, but I have their permission, and then I'm going to act as their
their proxy.
Yeah, so all it means is that I'm going to be in their place since they can't be here with me today. So we've got permission, we've got proxy happening. And the next thing I'm going to ask is what the severity of the, in this case, she has more worry, and I think that worry is probably causing some restlessness. It may even be causing her not to get into a really deep REM sleep. So I'm going to actually test what I think the severity is, as I forgot to ask her that question, but we'll just go with it, Helena, because I can test with my muscle testing.
Oh, muscle testing.
Oh, muscle testing. All right. So Dr. Bradley Nelson, who wrote the book, The Emotion Code, there's information in here that you can do the emotion code on yourself if you like. Also, the chart is in here. He gives examples of how to do different muscle testing. And so when we do that, how do you do your muscle testing, Helena?
So I have an agreement with my subconscious mind, my all-knowing supercomputer mind, that when I link my fingers together and I think of the word yes, or the answer is going to be yes, my fingers link together and they will not pull apart. So I don't have to pull very hard, but I can feel a solid lock there. And when the answer is no, 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 they just slip apart.
Right, yeah. So with my muscle testing, I do a little bit differently. I put my index and thumb together and my other two fingers from my other hand, and I just, so this is my yes and that's a no, right? And you don't have to put much pressure. If you're practicing this yourself and trying to learn it, you just have to do the repetition. You'll get it all of a sudden. You'll be like, yes, it's locked. I got it. So we do the muscle testing because we're actually tapping into your subconscious when we work with you. And we know that 10% of our conscious mind is working at all times. Well, for most of us anyway, but it's the 90% where all the trapped emotions lie, all the memories, all of that. So what happens is when we determine what a trapped emotion is, we're going to muscle test to see if it's a yes, a no, is it inherited, or is it something that is preconception? Is it something that's happened from birth to now? And we can do that by asking age and doing muscle testing. And then what's next for us, Helena?
We've got the emotion code chart.
Right. And we both have a chart, so we use it, and we're just going to ask our subconscious, is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it an even row or an odd row? And then we'll be taken right to a grouping, and there's 5 emotions in there. We'll just go down the emotions and see which one gives us a yes. And if it's a no on one, then we just move on to the next one. And after our muscle testing,
and we've determined what the emotion is, now we are going to release it with a magnet.
Exactly. So once we've determined what the emotion is, we're working with the governing meridian. Our body is full of acupuncture and pressure points. So we actually take our magnet, and if we're doing it on ourselves, and Helena's got different ones, I've got a few different ones as well that I use, depending on what issue it is. We just take it from just above our lip, over our head, down to the bottom of our head, there, our neck. Yeah. If we're with someone live, then we can run this down their back. But otherwise, we just do 3 swipes of the magnet. And what that does is it brings up that emotion and it demagnetizes it, because the emotion is energy, right? And it's magnetic. So we're just pulling it out, we're demagnetizing it and getting rid of it. Now, it may happen that the same emotion comes up a few times. That can be from different situations in your life. And as we said, they can also be inherited. So what's the next thing, Helena?
I was just looking at who's watching us on Facebook Live. Really important, the hydrated practitioner.
Exactly. And we also ask that our clients are quite hydrated as well. So that's basically the 7 keys that we go through, and then we'll check the severity at the end of that. So who have we got watching there, Helena?
Well, we've got Misty Anderson.
Alaska Misty, good morning and
right.
Hello.
Yes. Oh, and I must say hi to my wonderful friend Tamara. Tamara owns, she's one of my very first friends when I moved here to the island, and she has a lovely clothing store in Mill Bay called Where It's At. It's at the Mill Bay Shopping Center. She is a phenomenal personal dresser or shopper. She just knows how to put outfits together.
Nice.
Yeah.
So kind of an image consultant there as well as running the store. Excellent. Yeah. So hello to a few of you that are watching. Feel free to share. We love it when the video gets shared. And so as part of our mandate, our intention, we like to give a little bit of education during the show. So we're talking about sleeplessness. Some of you might know it as insomnia, might be a word that you're more familiar with. But in any event, it just means that you're not getting a good night's sleep. And this definitely happens a lot with women in menopause, because you might be getting the hot flashes, you might be getting the mood swing, you might just not be able to sleep at all. So Helena's got some information about how to get better sleep. And while she's doing that, I'm just going to unplug, and I'm going to work with, I'll just call her MH, our anonymous client that we're working on today. And I have her permission. I know what her age is, so I'm going to just go ahead and work on her. And I'm going to let Helena talk about and give you some good information about a great book that she works with. So you go ahead, Helena, and I'm just going to go ahead and do this.
Excellent, thank you. So this is a book written by Paul McKenna. He is a UK-based hypnotist. This was actually my first hypnotic book I ever bought before I became a hypnotherapist. It's been around for a while, but the information in here is amazing. And I'm just going to share with you some of the information that he has. And so the golden rules of sleep. So sleep is also a habit. Our sleep routines are a habit. So we need to reset our bodies when we haven't been sleeping consistently or well. So one of the things he suggests is get up earlier, a half an hour earlier than your usual desired getting up time. Now, that's going to help because number 2 is go to bed only when you're sleepy. That's right. Sometimes we see the clock is like, oh, I got to go to bed now. You go to bed when you're sleepy. Don't take any naps during the day. It's kind of like when you're hungry in the day and you're snacking all day long, you never really get hungry, and then you never actually go into the fat burning mode and allow your body to eat up all those extra fat cells. So don't take any naps of the day while you're doing this program and resetting your sleep clock. And at least 3 times a week, get 20 minutes of exercise. It's so important for the circulation. It's so important to reduce anxiety and worry and fear and all that kind of stuff. It also moves the fluids through the system. But here's the key. You don't exercise before bed. Give yourself about 3 hours of rest time, no exercise before bed. Finish eating at least 3 hours before going to bed, because guess what? Digestion is another exercise that your body has to do. It's a process, so allow your body to just be free of any food for 3 hours. Don't have any caffeine after 2 p.m. That's right, 2 p.m. It's amazing how long that caffeine stays in the system. Cut out alcohol. Now this is a key. Cutting out alcohol until your sleep patterns are back to regular and really good. Alcohol is a stimulant, and it may help you fall asleep, but it wakes you up because you're dehydrated, and plus your body has to digest it and everything. And if you are not able to go to sleep without alcohol, then maybe something else is more important to take care of, because drinking every night is a habit. And any habits that are good are great, and any habits that are interfering with what you want to accomplish are not great. So that's that one. And here's another important one. Switch off the TV at least 1 hour before you go to bed. That includes all blue light, computers, tablets, and phones. That blue light in the computer and the TV and your phone, your iPad or whatever, is stimulating your pineal gland to keeping you awake. Now this is the fun part. Do only 3 things in bed. You sleep, you make love, and then you can listen to a hypnotic audio program. And today I'll be sharing a complimentary free hypnotic audio program that's designed for rest and relaxation. I'll put that in the comments a little bit later today, so you can fall asleep with the sound of my voice, helping you go deeper and deeper into a lovely state of relaxation. Number 10, if you're awake in bed for more than 20 minutes, get up and do something boring, because bed is only for sleeping, making love, and listening to a hypnotic audio recording. Keep your bedroom dark at night. No light. And if you've got a clock or something in there, something that's sure shining a light, just cover it up. If you need to wake up, set the alarm. And have a warm, comfortable bed in a cool room. Don't watch the clock. Let's just stimulating thoughts and stuff, and use hypnotic trance. Those are the tips from Paul McKenna, his sleep book. Now I help people that are having issues with sleep, and that might be because people have some worries or fears that are actually running in the background. And we know whatever we focus on, whatever our mind focuses on, is what is going to happen result-wise. And Dana can concur with that, with the law of attraction, where you put your intention, your focus, becomes your results. Remember, your words create your thoughts, create your vibes or your emotion, positive or negative, create your results. On a good night's sleep, drifting off with positive thoughts. I sleep easily, calmly, restfully, and deeply all night long. Dan, it looks like you're finished, and so am I.
I am, yes. I'm, and Kelly May Glover is watching. Thanks, Kelly May. We're always happy to have you join us. Yeah, there were quite a few emotions. I think I could probably go on a bit longer because when I do my sessions, whether they're 30 or 45 minutes, in a 30-minute session, I can get 2 or 3 issues resolved. It's not usually just one, unless we are working on something like weight release. Then I might be looking, just the whole 30 or 45 minutes might be on that. So it might be, what are the cravings? Do I believe I can lose the weight? Is it safe to lose the weight? And questions like that. But in other cases where they're not, it's not something hugely pressing, it's not just one thing, then Helena and I can ask different questions. And also because she is a hypnotherapist, her sessions are going to be different as well as mine will be. So I'm doing them, on the phone, on Zoom, on Facebook, on whatever. It doesn't matter. Person doesn't have to be there. But I'll just list some of the emotions that I released for this person. And actually, just let me check the severity. I forgot to do that. We started out at a 10 for her with with worry and just some things being challenging in her life right now. So I'll just see 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, so we're down to a 3 on that, which, in every session we don't get down to a 0. That's just the way I work. If I'm going to have another session with them, then I will work on the same thing again so we can get down to a 0. But the emotions that I released, the trapped emotions, were insecurity, and I released that 2 different times. Once the insecurity happened at age 33, so it got trapped. We like to show a lemon, which is sort of the smallest size, but imagine from a lemon to a cantaloupe being in your body, and it's energy, so it's not going to look like this, but it can cause a lot of chronic pain as well as just emotional pain. So insecurity at 33 and 57, heartache, defensiveness I got rid of, betrayal, terror, feeling unsupported, and conflict. And the conflict was inherited. So it was from her father's mother's grandmother side. So we remove it from all of those generations. And we forgot to mention that we do a prayer before we do this work. And we work with past generations and future generations to just remove any trapped emotions from getting carried forward on that. So hopefully that person will message me privately and let me know how they're feeling. But from my perspective, whoops, and I better go back to being me, the proxy. So I'm just going to change that right now. Yeah, I always have that big letter there. So yeah, so I'm good. So Helena, who else have we got watching?
Let me see here. We've got Misty. Misty's saying no Hollywood squares. I think we're Hollywood squares. Hopefully
yeah, we are.
Excellent.
Well, the funny thing, Misty, I'd set Hollywood squares up to start, and then when I hit the recording, it went back to single, but then I realized it, so we went back to Hollywood squares, and we should be Hollywood squares right now.
Yeah, so we've got commenting, we've got Misty, Natasha, and Kelly May Glover, and Tamara's there too.
Excellent. I'm just going to see. Yeah, the person that I'm working on is just saying that she's enjoying watching the show, so she can let me know later how things are going. So, Helena, we have something very exciting. Well, you have 2 exciting things coming up. So, Why don't you let everybody know about what's going on? It's in Duncan, is it?
It's in Duncan. That's right, in Duncan. Michael Lozier and I are giving a free workshop or a free seminar presentation on the emotion code. We'll be doing that in Duncan. We'll be announcing the location later today, and it will be from 1 till 4 on Saturday, March 31st. And so let your friends know. They can come out. They'll learn about the 7 keys, and we will be doing live demonstrations at the front of the room, releasing people's trapped emotion. We're looking for people with chronic pain. That's right, chronic pain. People that have had pain for a long time, that just everything they've tried and it just won't go away. So we'll be doing that. And then also, Dana, I'll be joining you in Fort Langley at your lovely workshop there, and you'll be doing your sacred gifts, your life purpose, and also bonus emotion code presentation and
Emotion Code
sessions.
Divas will be there, right? So I'm actually doing the workshop. It's called Finding Your Life Purpose, and how I've structured it is a couple hours in the morning will be based on Michael Lozier's book, Your Life Purpose. So you're going to be uncovering, you're going to be doing some exercises. That's why it's called a workshop. And besides, I have the sacred gift of teaching, so I can't but help, teach, explain things very simply. So you'll be finding your top fulfillment needs. And then in the afternoon, we'll be doing, from Monique McDonald wrote this book. She's done a program called Discover Your Sacred Gifts. And I'm a certified sacred gift guide. So I will be doing a session. So you won't uncover the 24 sacred gifts. You're not going to uncover all of yours, which will be 3 to 5 sacred gifts. But we'll be doing exercises as well that are going to help you see what patterns you have in your life. Now, your sacred gifts are different from your skills and your talents. A talent is something that you can be born with, but you just kind of keep it to yourself. It's not really for the public. A skill is something that you can learn. Helena and I have learned how to use blue jeans. There always seems to be some little glitch, but you know what? As an entrepreneur and as somebody, hey, we're doing it, as Michael Lozier will do this, he'll do this. I don't know if you know what that means, Helena.
Oh, give me, I've got that little bit of a delay.
Oh, do you? Okay, all right.
So it'll come up any moment.
Okay, so I'm doing this.
Fun.
Michael says this.
Oh, is that the vibrational meter?
No, but that's a good one. This is Build a Bridge and Get Over It.
Oh.
He does it often on the show, so I'll be on a show this Friday as well. But often it's just like build a bridge and get over it. We had a little technical glitch. Life happens, right? But it's okay because you know what? We come back stronger. It's like, okay, we know what we're doing here, and that's just life, right? And I totally got off track there, but hey, I'm coming back because I remember what I was talking about, the sacred gifts. Yeah. So you're going to uncover, and then the bonus, as Helena said, we are going to be doing the Emotion Code Divas. Will be there. And we are going to be showing the 7 keys, but we'll also be demos with as many people as we can fit in that would like to have a session. So what's going to happen? People are going to start to see what are their fulfillment needs. Is it achievement? Is it connection? Is it appreciation? Is it creativity, right? There's 30 of them, so you're going to select. And then you're going to uncover your sacred gifts, right? So when you know what your fulfillment needs are, this is what fulfills you, brings you joy. That's the whole purpose of life, is to find the joy in life. Your sacred gifts are always used for the benefit of somebody else, but they're meaningful to you. And a great example, and I won't mention names here, but somebody I know that used to be absolutely loved event planning, absolutely fabulous in it, had skills of service and administration and planning and all of that, but she was very skilled in it. But she found a little bit later in life, because sacred gifts can be dormant, that she actually had the sacred gift of healing. So even though she's good, and a lot of people can be good at something, we can be skilled. If it's no longer meaningful to you, then stop doing it. Because there are other sacred gifts that want to come out that are going to help you feel on purpose and much more alive. So yeah, if you're in that place, then have an emotion code session after that. When you've got all these new discoveries, there's more pieces to the puzzle of you that were missing. then Helena and I will do an emotion code session on you. So that's March 25th. You can go to my website, empoweredwomeninbusiness.com/blog, and you'll see it there. Or you can go to my Empowered Women in Biz, B-I-Z, Facebook page, because I've posted it there. I also have an Eventbrite. So you might be thinking, well, what's that going to cost me? A couple $1,000? Well, it probably should, but it's not. It's $127.
Wow.
$127. So I think that you think you're worth it. And I'm hoping that you think you're worth it, because you are worth it. So I don't want you to lose any sleep over that. But if you live in the Lower Mainland and you can make it, Helena and I would absolutely love to see you. It's in a very sacred space. It's a retreat center, and there are some horses that do healing work with people. They'll be below or out in the pasture, and the space that we're in is a beautiful sacred hardwood space of about, it's probably about, I'd say maybe 300 square feet. It's huge, but we can only fit 25 people in it. That's the max for the program. So hope to see you there. And Helena, how can people reach you?
They can reach me at my website, which is Flourish Hypnosis. And if you're looking for the emotion code information, just put a /emotion-code.
Right. And I'm at empoweredwomeninbusiness.com /emotion-code. And Misty Anderson, how about giving us a hashtag there, finding your life purpose? And maybe for Helena, what are you and Michael calling your show?
Oh, what do we
got a hashtag for it?
Not yet.
Well, let's think of one.
Yeah.
How about the Michael and Helena show?
Yeah, I love it.
That's a good one. Okay, anybody that wants to hashtag that, we appreciate that.
You know, Jen, I just want to share just a teeny little story about that actually coming to fulfillment or fruition. Is that when I first read Michael Lozier's book, The Law of Attraction, The Science of What You Want, and Get More of What You Want, and Less of What You Don't Want, I wanted to meet him in person, and that's happened. And then I set the intention I'd like to do some work with him, and now that's happening. It's just amazing. That intention is so powerful. Yeah.
I'm just going to actually, pop over here and grab one of my books. Sorry, I'm writing in this, but if you need a little bit of inspiration or a little bit, or you know somebody that maybe is new to Law of Attraction, or you'd like to share information about the Law of Attraction, this is a nice, easy way to do it. It's a 52-week gratitude journal, and every week has a Law of Attraction tip in it. So I'm trained by Michael. I'm on Michael's Friday Hangout show at 9 o'clock. Been on it for almost a couple of years. I think I'll be on it this Friday as well. But so I'm well trained. I live, breathe, eat, sleep Law of Attraction, and it's made massive changes in my life. But you get the tip, and then you get to do your own journaling in the book as well. But if you know anybody that maybe you want to kind of introduce them to Law of Attraction in kind of an easy way, then I think that's a very comfortable way that you can do that for them.
Dana, how do you get the book?
Good question. You can go to Amazon.ca or Amazon.com, and you can get it there, or you can, that's probably the quickest place to go. You can also go to my website, but it's going to take you to Amazon.ca or .com. However, if you are out with me, I'm going to a big E-Women Network event as soon as I get off the show this morning, and the gals just love my book. So if I bring it and you're there, then it's $20 casharoonie, and if you're going to order, I think it's 20 US on Amazon.com, and 20, I think it's about 25 on Amazon.ca. So so if you come to the event on March 25th, and I'll have some books with me then. So I think that's a wrap for today. What are we going to have next week?
We have more information for you, and this is Menopause Madness March, and so it is about mood swings.
Mood swings, yeah.
Mood swings. And I'll be sharing some tips about nutrition and herbal supplements that can help with that.
Right. And when I was going through menopause, which is a while ago, I didn't really have the hot flashes, but I definitely had the mood swings. And if I would have known about emotion code then, it would have been so helpful because I had a lot of things going on in my life. And honestly, I didn't get that I was actually in menopause.
Yes, I at the beginning I suffered terribly
Yeah,
until I actually came
yeah,
across a medical doctor that was sort of opted out of the system. But her first question is, what are you eating?
yeah,
What nutrients you're taking? What herbs are you taking? Exercise, joy. It was amazing. And
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So we'll give you some information next week about some herbal supplements and nutrition and what should be going on. So we're going to say goodbye.
hmm,
I'm going to stop the recording and we'll wave goodbye and then we will stop the broadcast on Facebook Live. So I will.
goodbye,
So bye
everyone.
everybody.